Dermott, as I had a chance to talk to him briefly before the game. But we're going to go ahead and get through these scratches and starters for tonight's game, starting with the Mustangs. Scratches will be number 14, Bert Griffin, who you may remember was a former Junior Flames forward. He will not be playing tonight. Neither will number 23, Jacob Roberts, or number 24, Zachary Ummel. And last, number 33, Ryan Suzdak. Starting tonight for the Peoria Mustangs on defense will be number 7, Preston Wanamaker, and number 15, Andrew Ketterer. On forward tonight for the Peoria Mustangs will be number 12, Jeremy Wolski, joined by number 2, Jake Lindhart, and number 20, Doug Stanton. And on the other side of this contest for your Junior Flames, scratches tonight, Matthew Rabid, Camden Lambert, who is of course out with a broken wrist, Robert Rose. Starting tonight for the Junior Flames on defense will be number 11, Zachary Buss, joined by number 25, Thomas Streeter. Starting on forward tonight for the Junior Flames will be number 14, Mike Babiak, joined by number 18, Elliot Repka, and number 21, Anthony Finney. Again, this is the second meeting of the season between these two clubs, the Peoria Mustangs and the Junior Flames. The first meeting of the season between these two clubs ended in a 4-2 Peoria victory over the Quad Cities. We saw goals from Keith Clausen and Rob Roseland from the Quad Cities. Of course, Roseland is out, like I said, with a broken hand. He got in a fight in the Dubuque game in Dubuque as he squared off in that one, and it was actually a pretty good tussle.
From Upper Arlington, Ohio, number 21, Anthony Finney. And your starting goalie from North Lake, Wisconsin.
Everyone, and welcome back. I apologize for that. It seemed like we had a quick lapse in the signal. Either way, it seems like you're back with me now. But again, in case you missed it, your Junior Flames taking on the Peoria Mustangs today. Peoria is 4th place in the CSHL, and the Quad Cities 11. So the Quad Cities looking to improve here tonight against the Peoria Mustangs. They need those 2 points. Of course, Peoria so far in this season series is 1-0 over the Junior Flames as they beat the Junior Flames in the first meeting. 4-2 was the final in that one. Of course, that was here inside the Quad City Sports Center. But we're about to get this one underway here. Your Junior Flames will be skating from my left to right in this first period as Repka lines up to take the draw for the Quad Cities. He'll face off against number 7, Wanamaker from Peoria. As the referee lines up to drop the puck, Repka gets his stick down. And now as soon as the puck drops, we're going to have a scrap here. It's Repka and Wanamaker as they line up at their own blue line, and they get set to square off. And now it's Repka with a big right, and a couple firing away. And this is a pretty good scrap now as Wanamaker falls to the ice. As both these combatants get in a couple of good shots in, but I think it was Repka who got a couple of rights in there as Wanamaker falls to the ice. So we have a scrap only 3 seconds into the period. It'll be Repka and Wanamaker headed on for Peoria. They'll sit for the next 5 minutes in the sin bin. So those two squaring off right away, not even 3 seconds into the period. As obviously that one was planned before this contest got started. So we'll have a face-off. Once again, back at center ice to take it for the Quad Cities will be Pierpont, who is now joined by Clausen, Ozlapa, Streeter, and Buss. Pierpont will face off against Ketz. And now Ketz deciding, well, the linesman decides that he's going to face this one off just outside the circle. His face-off is won by the Mustangs. It's Galante back to plate up for Hagman. Gets picked off there by Clausen. He's down the near side. Tries to dump it in, but it's Ozlapa to pick up first. Now over the blue line, fires a shot and a save by the goaltender. After it's Pierpont in the far corner, trying to get a handle on it, not able to do it as it bounces out to the blue line, and now Peoria chips it out to center ice. But it's Streeter to play back to the blue line where Hagman picks up for the Mustangs. He'll skate over his own line now through neutral ice with speed. Gets it poked away by Clausen. As Clausen picks it away, takes it up, now skates down the far side, chips it into the zone after it's Ozalapa, but it looks like McGaphey's going to get there first. He sends it down the near side. It's Clausen trying to beat it out, but he's not going to get there, and Peoria's going to chip it across. As I believe that's McGaphey who gets to it, but he gets hauled down by Streeter, and we're going to have a delayed Quad City penalty here. Streeter gets hauled down. Now some rough stuff behind the Quad City net, but either way, Streeter's going to be headed off to the box. As I'm not sure whose stick it is. It's thrown all the way out to the blue line. That appears to have been Buss's stick. I'm not sure who got a hold of it, but they actually chucked it all the way out to the blue line. So again, that's going to be Streeter headed out to the box for the Quad Cities. So he'll sit for the next 2 minutes, and Peoria is going to get the first power play chance of the game with 19:12 left in the first period. So this face-off was going to be to the left of Case. To take it for the Quad Cities will be Matt Hansen, joined by Belle Perrins, Allison, and I'm not sure who the other member is. As the face-off is won by the Mustangs. Quick shot off the draw, saved by the goaltender, and now Quad Cities gets a stick on it, able to send it out to center ice, where Ketterer plays it back into the zone on his Bell. He looks to chip it out of his own zone out at center ice, looking for Allison, but it's picked off by the Mustangs. It's Galati who sends it down the near side. It's intercepted by the Flames, and I believe that was Vassir who took a check along the near wall. As play now at center ice, there's Ketterer, tipped up by Gabrielle, and now it's sent up ahead for Holsworth, who gets a stick on it, sends it into the Flame zone, where Hansen picks up, holds there, now looks up ice. Head man for Allison, had trouble handling that one, a little too hot on the pass, and this one goes length to the ice, back to pick up behind his own net is Jewell. He sends it center ice there for a full turn, a big collision at center ice, as a filter labeled Hickson. He got the elbow up, no call. Now plays back inside the Peoria zone on his Ketterer. He looks ahead, had trouble handling that pass. That was Ellis, not able to get a stick on it, and now it's Babiuk in his own zone, playing it back to center ice. There's Peoria, sends it back in, on it for the Quad Cities is Buss. As he skates around his own net, sends it down to the far side for Babiuk. Now chipped out to center ice, ahead for, I believe that was Dold. He wasn't able to get a stick on it, will go for icing, as Galante's back to touch up for the Mustangs. So we'll have a face-off here inside the Quad City zone. This one, will be to the left of the goaltender. Ben Case, of course, the new addition to the Quad City team. He's only been here for, I believe, about a week and a half. Either way, Kavanaugh will take the draw for the Quad Cities, facing off against Linhart. And Kavanaugh will win this one back into the far corner, where Dold plays it on the near side. There's Hickson to get a stick on it, sends it out center ice. As both teams are full strength now, Quad City is able to kill off that penalty. As Kavanaugh's on it now. Excuse me, we are 5-on-5 now, as tied up for it in the near corner. As Perrins tried to keep it in, but it's intercepted by Stanton. Now he'll skate back the other way. Stanton down the near side, but I believe it was Wolski who stepped over the line offside. We're going to have a whistle here. With 17 minutes and 32 seconds left to play here in the first period. It's a 0-0 game between the Junior Flames and the Peoria Mustangs. So out for the Quad Cities will be Pierpont, Ozalapa, Clausen, Babiuk, and Buss. Pierpont will take the draw for the Quad Cities as he faces off against Ketz. Now the linesman whistles this one down. I'm not sure what the delay is. Either way, we're going to line up and draw this one again. I believe Ozalapa was trying to get started a little too early. Face-off is won by the Mustangs. It's played over the line. There's McGaphey, able to get a stick on it. Sends it deep after it's Buss now skating down the far side. Tries to clear, but it's set at the point there. It's Linhart, I believe that is. But it's intercepted. Now it's Pierpont, headman for Clausen, in on the breakaway. Clausen in on that, shoots, and that one might have got the goaltender might have got a piece of it. I'm not sure, but either way, the net gets knocked off. And we'll have a face-off here. Clausen got the breakaway. He fired it over the net. I'm not sure if the goaltender actually got a piece of it. Either way, we'll have a face-off deep inside the Peoria zone with 17-13 left in the first period. An excellent play there by the Junior Flames to get the puck up to Clausen, who was waiting out at the Peoria blue line. And he was off to the breakaway. Unfortunately, not able to capitalize on that one. Now it's Pierpont to take the draw for the Quad Cities. His face-off is won by the Flames. There's Clausen out to the point for Buss. Buss fires a shot and a blocker saved by the goaltender. Loose puck in the far side. There's Galati. He looks to skate over his own line now through center ice, trying to headman that one. Not sure who it was. Either way, it's behind the net. There's Case to play it. A centering attempt knocked away by Babiuk. He sends it down the far side. There's Clausen looking ahead. Sends it down to the near side for Ozolapa. He's not going to get there in time as it gets chipped up, but it's Pierpont trying to get a stick on. He won't. As Galante able to knock it free. Now Bus with a big hit on Galante. Knocks him over at center ice. As Pierpont plays it up to Ozolapa. Had trouble handling that one. And now it's McGahey back in his own zone. Cross ice to Holsworth. He skates through center ice, gets a head up to Galante. That one ahead of the mark. And it's Bus to play it back to the line. Pierpont's after it, but he's not going to get to it as the Peoria Mustangs goaltender plays it up over the blue line. But now we're going to have a whistle here. I'm not sure what the deal is. The linesman pointing to the face-off circle just outside the blue line. We're going to have a Peoria penalty as Holsworth headed off to the box for the Mustangs. Hello everybody and welcome back. I apologize for that. We lost our signal. It appears that you're back with me. In case you missed it, it is a 0-0 game here inside the Quad City Sports Center with 16:23 left to play in the first. The Quad Cities has just gone on the power play as Holsworth gets a slashing penalty. So the Quad Cities getting a power play chance here. Now it's Hansen in front of the net. Tried to center for Pierpont, but the Peoria Mustangs able to break that play up and send it to length of the ice. So earlier there was a big chance for the Junior Flames as Clausen got a breakaway, put it upstairs, but the Peoria Mustangs goaltender got a piece of it, knocked it away, and that puts us where we're at now in a scoreless game with 15:52 left here in the first period and 1:20 left on the Quad City power play. As plays that center ice, there's Hansen, dumps it into the Peoria zone, but they'll have to clear it. I believe that was Pierpont still in the zone. And now it's sent the length of the ice by the Mustangs. After it is Babiuk carrying behind his own net. Now holds there. He's got Ketz out in front of the pressure. He'll send a pass out to the near side. There's Ozolapa. He'll skate over and across right down to the Peoria zone. Down to the far side. Fires. And that went off the post and back into the pads of the goaltender. And he's able to hang on. So Hassel kind of break there. Shot goes off the post, and we're going to keep this a scoreless game here with 15:24 left to play in the first period and 57 seconds left on the Quad City power play. His face-off will be to the right of the Peoria goaltender, Hassel. To take it for the Quad Cities will be Clausen. And this face-off is won by the Flames. Out at the point, there's Babiuk. He sends it down to the half wall for Allison. He gets pressured there, still with it. He sends it down low for Clausen. Now back to Allison along the half wall. Holding there, trying to get it down to Clausen. Down low, but it's intercepted. I'm not sure who that was. It might have been Stanton. Either way, that one's back into the Quad City zone. Now sent up, it's Allison center ice down to the near side for Streeter. He'll dump in. Out to play is Hassel. Had trouble handling it. Allison gets it in the far side. Tried to get out center. There's Clausen on it. Gets it down to the near side for Streeter. Now up top for Babiuk. Cross for Clausen. Now center for Allison. Had trouble handling that one. Pass just off the mark. Now it's Clausen trying to beat it out behind the net, but it'll be Galante to get there first. There's Allison trying to kick it down low for Clausen, but it's intercepted. Now it's the Mustangs back the other way, a 2-on-2. It's Zenner and a Fulter, but Fulter decides just to chip it in. And it's Streeter to pick up behind his own net with 4 seconds left on this power play. Center ice pass for Allison. Had trouble handling it, gets knocked away. There's Streeter along the near side, not able to get to it in time. As Babiuk sends it up the near side wall. There's Allison, chips it in. After it is Ketterer for the Mustangs. He'll send a pass out to the far side as that was Pruitt playing it. Now down to the near side for McGahey as Bell tried to knock him off the puck, but he's still with it. Now tied up in the near side. Bell staying with him. Now Hansen joins the battle as well as Ketterer. I believe that's Ketterer able to come out with it. And still battling out here in the near side. And now jumps out to the wall as Ozolapa trying to clear, but it's kept in. And now a pass out to center ice. It's Hansen over the line. In with speed. Tries a deep pass to the defender and knocks him off the puck. Now it's Ozolapa who gets knocked down behind the net. And now Finney loses the puck there on the far side. Peoria able to clear it out, and there's the Quad City goaltender out to play it. He'll send it out down to the Peoria line. This one will go into the zone and behind the net. Back to pick up for the Mustangs. There's Galante. Holds there, sends a pass down the near side. Not sure who that was. It appears to have been Wolski. Again, I apologize. Like always, hard to see along the near side wall here. As Babiuk sends it out to center ice. It's played back in there by McGahey. And this one deflects up and over the boards and out of play. And of course now Repka and Wanamaker's penalties have expired. As of course they got in a fight right off the draw here in the first period, not even 3 seconds in. And Repka will stay out for the Quad Cities. He'll take the draw. He's joined by Babiuk Hansen. Babiuk and Perrins. As face-off is dropped, but whistled down here. And catch for the Mustangs is going to get kicked off, as well as Repka. So now it will be Finney facing off against McGahey. His face-off is won by Finney. Back to Perrins along the near side. He'll backhand it up. This one into the Peoria zone. Icing waved off as McGahey touches up, but actually it is going to be icing. It looked like the linesman was going to wave it off, but apparently changed his mind. We'll have a face-off inside the Quad City zone. Now, when it comes to insurance, the name you know is Molino. Service and products that only an independent insurance agent can provide. Molino Insurance in Davenport. Now his face-off will be to the left of the Quad City goaltender, Ben Case. To take it for the Quad Cities will be Rekka facing off against Ketz. There's a little bit of a delay here. Face-off now won by the Mustangs. Out at the point, there's McGahey who plays it down low. There's Ketz behind the net, beating Streeter. Still with it there in the near corner, holding out to the point there for Galante, but it's knocked off by, I believe that's Babiuk. Now the Flames back the other way. There's Babiuk over the blue line, but it's going to be whistled down offside as Finney was just ahead of the line. So now we'll have a face-off just outside the Peoria blue line with 12:50 left to play here in the first. It's a scoreless game. Your Junior Flames taking on the Mustangs. Now for the Quad Cities will be Pierpont, Clausen, Ozalapa, Streeter, and Bell. Pierpont to take the draw for the Quad Cities. Wins this one back to Streeter, who plays it into the Peoria zone. It's Ketterer to glove it down along the near side. Sends it down to the far side wall. There's Jewell. He looks ahead. Tries to hit Galati on the pass. That one ahead of the mark. Streeter's after it. And he will get there for the icing call. So now we'll have a face-off inside the Peoria zone. Now the Quad City Junior Flames is proudly sponsored by Swiss Valley Farms, with a reminder that every glass of milk, Swiss Valley milk, gives you 30% of your daily calcium to help build stronger bones. As face-off will be to the right of the Peoria goaltender, Hassel. Once again to take it for the Quad Cities will be Pierpont. And the Mustangs win this one as it's cleared up to the far side wall. As Buss is back to collect. Now he'll skate it into his own zone. Their headman pass for Pierpont. Still with it, gets knocked off. And now it's played back up to the far side wall. It was Jewell. And now it's the Mustangs on a 2-on-1 back the other way. Galati in front of the net. Tipped that one just wide. And now it's sent out to the point, intercepted by Clausen. Now the Junior Flames back the other way. It's up for Ozalapa over the Peoria blue line. Now up ahead for Clausen. He gets that one in the near corner. Sent for Ozalapa. Backhand chance over the net. Ozalapa wasn't even facing the net. His back was turned to it. Still got a stick on it. Unfortunately, not able to capitalize. And now it's the Mustangs back the other way. It's Holsworth. Fires a shot off the crossbar. And now the Mustangs, or the Flames rather, clear back to center ice. There's Clausen over the blue line down the near side. Sends it behind the net. After it's Cavanaugh, he's not going to get there. And sent along the far side wall for Gabrielle. He chips it out to center ice. Back to play for the Quad Cities is Hickson. Dumps that one in. Hustles out to play behind his own net. Wanamaker's going to get there first. Sends it down to the near side as Galati, who gets beat out by Babiuk, now drops it for Hickson. Hickson with a shot from the near wall, saved by the goaltender. Hustle sticks that one aside. And now it's played behind the net. There's Galante. He'll send that one out to center ice. Buss is after it. The race is on. As I believe that's a Fulter who is after it. But Bell gets there first. I apologize. That was Bell, not Buss. And Bell able to get to it. Now down the far side. Backhands that one out to center ice. This will go the length. This one will go for icing as Galante's back to touch up with 11:05 left to play here in the first. Again, it's a scoreless game between the Junior Flames and the Peoria Mustangs. Now, the original Huckleberry's Great Pizza and Calzones offers delicious oven-baked calzones, large pizzas, and pasta and bistro-style salads located in downtown Rock Island. As face-off will be to the right of the Quad City goaltender, and a shot right off the draw by Zahner, and a save by Case. What a quick play there by the Mustangs. Won the draw right over the Zahner on the right wing. Fires that one. Case comes up big with the save. It'll be Allison once again facing off against Fulter. Allison wins this one, but it's chipped out to the blue line. And the Peoria Mustangs not able to keep the zone. and will force to be sending it back in. There, Streeter plays it down the far wall. It's Allison trying to chip it out. It's intercepted by Zenner. Now he loses it. Allison once again with it. Now skating over to cross red with speed. Down the far side, backhands that one into the near corner looking for Hansen. Hansen gets there first, sends it behind net for Allison. Had trouble handling that one. Vasseur trying to get there, not able to do it. It was a send down to the far side. And now it's Ellison along the far wall, chips it up as Perrins gets a stick on it, but knocks that one up and over the Peoria bench and out of play. So 10 minutes and 31 seconds left to play here in the first period. It's a scoreless game. Your Junior Flames taking on the Peoria Mustangs. But during the first intermission break, you'll hear my interviews I had earlier with Keith Clausen, who had a big game Sunday against St. Louis, notching 5 points, and also with Captain Matt Hansen. You'll hear from those coming up here on the first intermission show, excuse me, as now the puck is played into the Peoria zone. We're going to have a whistle here as the Junior Flames offside. But again, like I was saying, you'll hear from Clausen and Hansen during the first intermission show. Now his face-off will be just outside the Peoria line as Repka will take it for the Quad Cities, facing off against Stanton. And Repka wins this one, but it's picked off right away by Stanton. Tries to get it out to center ice. Is intercepted by Buss. He'll send it behind the Peoria net. Back to pick up. There's Galante. Sending down the near side for Stanton. Chips that one out to center ice. There's Babiuk playing it back into the zone, but the Junior Flames are offside. Repka now getting over his own blue line as Finney tried to break into the zone. Not able to get to it. Now it's Linhart back the other way. The big forward center had trouble handling it. Now it's Stanton gets a shot. That one off the shin guard of Bell as it's tied up behind the net. Bell tying up with Stanton. Now Buss joins in, as well as Wolski. And finally the referee is going to blow this one down as the puck was pinned along the boards. 9:47 left to play here in the first period. It's a 0-0 game between the Junior Flames and the Peoria Mustangs. This face-off will be to the right, the left of Case. Taken for the Quad Cities will be Clausen, joined by Ozalampa Clausen. And now Peoria wins the draw as Wanamaker takes a shot from the point. That one just wide of the net. Behind the net, there's Pierpont looking to move out, gets it tipped away. Now it's Babiuk who clears out to center ice. Clausen gets his stick on it as we'll go for icing as Wanamaker's back to touch up. But it appears that Ozalampa beat it out, and now the Mustangs look to break up ice as Wanamaker sends it up there as it's intercepted at the blue line. Now sent over to the far side wall. There's Clausen who sends it out to center ice. Ketz picks that one off. Now he's over the Quad City line, tries to make his way to the front of the net, but it's Clausen able to get a stick on it, send it to the near side where Wanamaker picks up. He knocks over Pierpont, tries to center that one off the side of the net, back over the near wall where it's Ozalampa playing the headman for Clausen. He's down the near side over the line, gets that one knocked away, and now the Peoria Mustangs looking to move back the other way as Wanamaker winds up and sends this one down, where Bell picks up, and this will be an icing call with 8 minutes and 54 seconds left to play here in the first period. Again, it's a scoreless game between your Junior Flames and the Peoria Mustangs. Now, the National Bank is the home of totally free checking and a free gift. Plus, they offer a great debit card rewards program. The National Bank, the bank for you.
Three convenient Quad City locations.
As face off to the left of the Peoria goaltenders, won by the Mustangs. There's Ketterer playing it behind the net. Now it's Jewell. Sends it up to the far side as it's sent out. This one will go the length of the ice, but Case is forced to play it. As a shot now from the far side, pad saved by Case. I'm not sure who got the shot off of that. And now another shot from the near wall by Ketterer. That one just wide of the net. And now it's Streeter tying up behind the net. And Peoria able to move out with it. There was a centering attempt. I'm not sure who that was. It appears to have been Galati. No one was there. Now bounces out. Peoria plays it back in. That sends it down the near side from Vasseur. He tries to get it out, but it's intercepted. Now it's Cable. Cross ice. Centered now for Galati. That one just wide of the net. I believe it was actually a Holsworth. Either way, puck chips behind the net, and there it's Vasseur. He looks ahead, sends it down the far side wall. As icing is waved off, Jewell's after it. Allison's on him. Jewell will get there first. And apparently Jewell thought the icing call was still in effect as he just chipped it, and Allison gains control behind the net. Now to the near wall, Babiuk with a quick shot and glove save. It was sitting out front, but Peoria was quick to get a stick on it and send it to length. This will be icing as Babiuk's after it. And we'll have a face-off deep inside the Peoria zone with 7:42 left to play in the first. This also gives me the chance to tell you, hockey got a whole lot hotter in the Quad Cities this season. with the Quad City Flames at the iWireless Center in Moline. Single game and ticket packages on sale now. Ignite the passion. Quad City. Taking for the Quad Cities will be Repka. As face-off is won by Repka. A quick shot off the draw. There's Finney. That one does get through. Back out to the point. There's Babiak. Centered out front. Babiak tips it up. And a glove save by Hassel, and he'll hang on. Everybody, and welcome back. I apologize for those of you listening on sportsjuice.com. We lost our signal again. Either way, it's a scoreless game here in the first period with 7 minutes and 25 seconds left to play in the first period. Your Junior Flames taking on the Peoria Mustangs. I apologize, we lost our signal. Either way, again, I said it's a scoreless game. This face-off will be to the left of Hassel. The ticket for the Quad Cities will be Repka, joined by Babiak, Finney, Bus, and the other Babiak, Mike Babiak. This face-off is won by the Flames. There's Babiak along the near wall, plays it there. Near corner as Allison gets a stick on it, Finney. Skating around the net, centered for Repka, not able to get a stick on it. Bounces out to the point for Bus. He sends that one in front, gets sticked aside. And now Peoria looking to move back the other way as it's sent out to center ice. Zenner tips it up. It's intercepted by Bus. He'll send it to the Peoria line. Now it's Babiak who dumps it in on the goaltender. And it looks like he almost lost that one. Either way, he plays it behind the net. Now Peoria looking to move out. As back at his own line, it's Bus who plays it up. Now center ice ahead for Dole, but he didn't know that one was coming. Now it's played back into the Quad City zone. There's Bus sending it up to the line. Galante plays it for the Mustangs. Up to Zenner. Tried to center that one. It's off the fist of Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh sends it up the near side there for Dole. Dole trying to clear it out. Is kept in by, I believe that was Zenner. And now bounces over the blue line and out to center ice. McGafey for the Peoria Mustangs playing it back in. As now Case plays it for the Quad Cities. Leaves it behind the net. It's Streeter looking to move out. Looks ahead. Tried to hit Hickson on a pass as he gets tripped up by McGafey, no call. Puck bounces into the Peoria zone. There's Ketterer behind his own net. He'll send it down the near side. No one there. It's Streeter who plays it for the Quad City. Sends it back into the zone after it's Ozalapa. Does battle there with McGafey. Ozalapa trying to come out with it. He'll tie up with it in the far corner. As I believe that was Dole who joined the battle. Tips it behind the net. And now Peoria down on the near side. It's Stanton. Gets it out to center ice. Ahead for Linhart. He's got Wolski with him. Linhart in front for Wolski. Has trouble handling it there. Is pressured by Pern. Sends one in front. No one there. Now it's Linhart far corner. Sends that one in front. Doesn't get through. I believe that it's deflected off of a shin guard. Either way, now puck behind the net. It's Perns for the Quad Cities looking up ice as he tried to hit Pierpont. Deflect off his shin guard. This one into the zone, but Pierpont will get there first. Now he's tied up by McGafey. And Peoria now finally able to knock it out as they look to move over their own blue line. Now it's Clausen who tried to hit Wolski. Wolski just able to dodge that one. As now it's Bell in his own zone who plays it up. Now it's up along the near wall, tipped out to the blue line. There's Bell playing it down low in front for his Lapa backhand chance. And it's saved by the goaltender, but the goal light was on. And the referee is going to wave this one a no goal. So that's going to be waved down on the no goal call with 5 minutes and 17 seconds left in the first period. Again, it's a scoreless game here. Your Junior Flames taking on the Mustangs. This is the second meeting of the season between these two clubs. It was Peoria who won the first meeting against the Junior Flames, a 4-2 final of that one. And it looks like we still have some debate over this goal. I don't think the Quad Cities will get it, though. The referee had blown the whistle. The goal light had come on, so we'll have to see what the deal is here. Either way, don't forget, Computer Repair Center of Bettendorf is the official computer provider to the Quad City Junior Flames. Computer Repair Center located on State Street in Bettendorf. So it appears that the goal will be waved off. The referee waving it off now inside the referee circle. So we'll have a face-off to the right of Hassel. Taking for the Quad Cities will be Pierpont. Facing off against Ketz. Now Pierpont lining up for the draw. This one is won by the Mustangs back in the far corner. They're holding for the Mustangs. is Wanamaker. He sends that one out to the near side for McGafey. It's ahead at the line. Now it's picked off by Buss, but the whistle is going to blow as I believe the linesman is going to call this one offside. I believe Hageman might have been a step over the blue line just ahead of the play. So now this face-off will be just outside the blue line. Again, to take it for the Quad Cities will be Pierpont facing off against Ketz for the Mustangs. As draw is won by the Mustangs. It's chipped into the Quad City zone. There's Buss, who sends it up to the far side center ice. Back to collect is Wanamaker. Skates back into his own zone. Now sends it up to the far wall. There's Buss, who gets a piece of it. Sends it over the line. The Junior Flames forced to retreat as they would have been offside. It was Pierpont over the line. And now a headman pass for, I'm not sure who it is. It appears to be McGafey in on net. And he's hauled down by Bell. Doesn't get a shot off. So now we're going to have a delayed Quad City penalty here as soon as they touch up. Out at the point there, it's Galante has trouble handling. He's got Ozolap on it. Galante fires. That one just wide. Out at the point there, it's Wanamaker on the hard around. Sends it down to the far side for Hageman. And now it appears that Bell will get a stick on it. So the Junior Flames are going to be assessed a holding call here with 4:31 left to play in the first period. Again, it's a scoreless game. So now Cole Bell will sit for the next 2 minutes in the sin bin. This will give the Peoria Mustangs a power play chance here late in the first period. As face-off will be to the left of the Quad City goaltender. And face-off is tied up in the center circle and is won by the Flames. It's sent around the net. There's Babiuk. He gets sent up by Ketterer. To join the bottle is Galati. He'll not get free. Now holding behind the net, sends out to the far point. Now down the near side is Jewell. Centered in front for Holsworth. He shoots. He scores! So the Peoria Mustangs are going to get a power play goal here, as Holsworth will be credited with the goal. So that's Holsworth coming from Jewell. I'm not sure if there was a secondary assist. We'll get that one updated for you. So 4:14 left to play here in the first period. The Mustangs are going to take the late first period lead over the Junior Flames. As draw at center ice is won by the Flames. Back to play for the Quad Cities. There is Buss. He sends it up to the near side wall. This one will go the length. Back to pick up is Jewell. He's pressured by Finney. Jewell waves him off. Now Jewell behind his own net holding. Now Finney after him again, but Jewell sends out to the far wall. Perrin tried to keep it in over the blue line. They will do it. And now it's Case out to play for the Quad Cities. We're on the far wall. Center ice is Hansen. Hansen looks ahead, tries to find Babiuk on a pass. That one just ahead of his stick, and will go for. Will not go for icing as McGafey was back to touch up. It gets waved off. Now centering in front. Babiuk shoots. He scores! Matthew Babiuk gets a goal in front of the net. So icing was waved off, and as a result, the Quad Cities are going to get a goal here as the Flames picked up behind the net. I'm not sure who it was. Sent it out front. And he finds Matthew Babiuk in the slot. Babiuk puts it home. I believe he beat Hassel 5-hole on that one. We're going to tie it up at 1 with 3:40 left to play in the first period. So Matthew Babiuk getting the goal on that one. As now play is inside the Quad City zone. It's Case behind his own net, steers it around the near side. Ozolapa's after it, not able to get to it. It's Galante top of the near circle. He sends that one down low as Ellis tries to chip it. Doesn't get much on it. Now it's Bell knocking it to the far corner where Ellis still with it. Ellis holding it there. Centers in front and saved by Case as one of the Mustangs members got a shot off. It might have been Galante in front, and now it's sent the length of the ice as the Peoria goaltender out to play. Gets it along the near side, and it was Ozolapu who got a stick on it, tried to center, but Peoria gets on it and able to clear. Now it's Streeter back in the near corner, gets up, and he will touch up for icing as Peoria sent it to length of the ice with 2 minutes and 59 seconds left to play here in the first frame. Again, don't go anywhere during this first intermission show. We'll have interviews with Clausen and Captain Matt Hansen. That'll be coming up on the first intermission show. Our face-off will be to the left of Hassel. The taker for the Quad Cities will be Pierpont facing off against Stanton. And now Stanton's going to get kicked out of the face-off circle. So it'll be Wolski who jumps in. But now it's Linhart who says, hey, I'm going to take this one. So Linhart facing off against Pierpont. Linhart wins this one. There's Ketterer in the near corner, plays out to the far side for McGafey. He picks that one up, tries to get out, and he will. Perrin's not able to keep it in. Now at the Quad City line, there's Bus. Picks up in his own zone, chips it back out to center ice. There's Ozalapa. Trying to keep with it, not able to knock it down. It was kind of bouncing on him. Either way, now the Mustangs send it back into the Quad City zone. There was Stanton dodging a check from Perrins. It's Case playing it behind the net, leaves it for Bus. Sends it down to the far side. Now there's Clausen. Clausen sends it ahead for Ozalapa. Now over the line. In on net. Doing battle there. Not able to get a shot off as McGafey is going to get called here. It's going to be an interference call. So the Peoria Mustangs will be assessed a penalty here with 2:26 left in the first period. It'll be Wolski, an interference penalty. So this one away from the play. I thought it was going to be McGafey getting called for hooking, but it will actually be an interference call going to Wolski. Either way, the Junior Flames will have a power play chance here late in the first period. A 1-1 game, 2:26 left. Face off to the left of Hassel, won by the Flames. There's Ozalapa playing out to the point for Babiak. He tries to send that one in front to flex off his skating wide. There on the far side is Repka. He sends that one down in the corner. There's Clausen who collects. Clausen holding along the far wall looking for a pass. He makes his way out to the point. There's Babiak. Now back to Clausen. Sends it down low. It's Repka. Repka ahead for Clausen on the half wall. Back down for Repka. Repka making his way. Shoot. A save by the goaltender. And now rebound sticked out to the far side where Clausen picks up. Tries to make his way to the front of the net. Gets a shot off. Now rebound by Repka and a save. Still loose in front. There's Clausen. He shoots. That one deflects over the net. Where Ozalapa picks up. Sends it down the near side. No one there. Now the Mustangs able to clear it. A couple of big chances there for the Flames. As we saw a few shots coming there. All steered away by the goaltender. As now the Flames looking to break up ice. There's Streeter along the far wall. Chips it up for Repka as he dodges the check. Now it's Repka in on net. Down low for Streeter. Tried to center for Clausen. Clausen gets a backhand and a glove save by Hostel. And now we'll have a face-off here with 1:28 left in the first period. And a 1-1 game. 1:02 left on the Quad City power play. And what a power play has been so far for the Quad Cities. As this Clausen, Repka, Ozalapa line getting plenty of chances. Now this face-off will be to the left of Hassel. As Repka will face off against Hageman. Now this draw is going to be delayed again as now Hageman gets kicked out of the face-off circle. Now it'll be Ketterer facing off against Repka. And we're still delayed here. I'm not sure what the deal is. Now puck has finally dropped. One by the Mustangs. There in the near corner, it's Ketz. Picks up. Now cycles in front of his own net. Almost lost his footing, but now he looks to move over his own blue line with speed. It's a 2-on-2. Hageman and Ketz, but they're going to be whistled offside as Hageman had trouble handling Ketz's pass. And now I believe that was Ketz who got his elbow up on the goaltender. And it's going to be whistled. And we'll have a face-off just outside the Quad City line. And now it appears that Streeter having some words with Hageman. And we're going to have a couple of guys going off to the box here. Babiak for the Quad Cities and Ketz for the Mustangs. So that'll be matching minors here. Babiak and Ketz headed off for their respected clubs. So 1:18 left to play here in the first period. It's a 1-1 game between the Flames and the Mustangs. 52 seconds left on the Quad City power play. This face-off will be just outside the Quad City line along the far wall, just in front of their own bench. Taking for the Quad Cities will be Matt Hansen. Face-off won by the Flames. Back in his own zone, there's Bus. Looks down to the near side, it's Perrins. Perrins holding there, now sends out center ice, intended for Finney. And he loses the handle to McGafey. He sends it back to the Quad City line where Bell pressures, I believe that was a Fulter. Fulter gets there first, send it behind the net. There to pick up for the Quad Cities. Perrins sends out to the near wall for Pierpont. Now ahead is Finney. Finney gets it center. Pierpont with a quick shot off the crossbar. And now it's Bell far side. Sends that one in front. It's tipped just wide by Finney. Now the Mustangs trying to clear. It's kept in by Hansen, but it'll be Galante with a second chance, and he'll get this one down. Back to get it for the Quad Cities is Case. He'll sit her along the far wall. Gets it out over the blue line. It's a Fulter holding there. Pressured by Pierpont. As Hansen trying to knock it free. Now Hansen gets a piece of it, and he gets hit by McGafey after he cleared it. That was kind of a late hit. Either way, no call. Puck inside the zone. It's Pierpont with a backhand chance. That one over the net. Now Streeter along the far wall trying to keep it in as he does battle there. And now it's Hansen who's going to be called. And we'll have a Quad City penalty here as Perrins touches up. Hanson's going to be headed off to the box as he hit Holsworth from behind. And now Holsworth having some words with Hanson. Although I believe it was Holsworth who hit Hanson from behind earlier in the period. So either way, 10.1 seconds left to play here in the first period. It's a 1-1 game between the Flames and the Mustangs. We've seen all kinds of action in this first period. Only 2 goals, but plenty of physical play. Takes the draw for the Quad Cities. Appears to be Finney. Now face off one of the Mustangs, not able to keep it in. And it'll be forced to retreat. There's Cable down the far wall, over the Quad City line with speed, dumps that one in low as time ticks off the clock, and that's how this first period will end. A 1-1 game here after 1 period of play. We've seen plenty of rough stuff in this one as now Bus is having some words with someone. I'm not sure who it was. It appeared to have been Galati. So either way, after 1 period of play, your Quad City Junior Flames 1, the Peoria Mustangs 1. Now we're going to take a quick break here, and on the other side of this one, the Junior Flames Intermission Show here on SportsJuice.com. McGafey for the Peoria Mustangs. Again, your Junior Flames skating from my right to left in the second period. Now draws center ice is won by the Flames. It's Streeter who played that into the Peoria zone rather as Hassel leaves it behind his net there for Galante. Now he sends it down the near side, and Peoria looking to break out. There's McGafey, now sends it back down low for Galante. Sends it up to the far side for McGafey. Over and across the blue line. He gets checked off the puck by Finney, and now it's sent behind the net. There's Hageman to pick up. Sends it out to the point for Galante. Sends that one cross ice there for McGafey. He tries to send that one in front. I believe Sean McGafey might have actually tipped that one into the goaltender. Either way, now it's Hageman out in the far corner trying to get out to the point, but it's picked off by Finney. And now it's a 2-on-2 back the other way as Finney winds up with a big shot, sends that one in on the goaltender. Deflects over to the far wall, back on it's Finney, picking up his own rebound. Tries to wrap that one out in front and loses his footing. And now it's Galante back the other way for the Mustangs. Skating over and across red, now over the Quad City line. Sends it over to the far wall. Hageman now drops it back for Galante. Tried to send that one cross ice, didn't get much on it. Now it's Clausen able to send it to length. Finney was after it, but it looked like he was at the end of his shift, and he gets a change. Out for him will be Pierpont. So now there, it appears to me McGafey holding behind his own net, sends it out to his near side for Jewell as he skates over the red line, gets hooked down by Clausen. Now we're going to have a Quad City delayed penalty here as now Perrins finally touches up. And this is not what the Junior Flames wanted to do here to start out the second period, is to get a 5-on-3 PK. So again, this will give Peoria the power play chance with 18:42 left in the second period. They're going to have a 5-on-3 for the next 32 seconds, assuming we don't have any more penalties. As face-off will be to the right of Case. To take it for the Quad Cities will be Allison. He loses this one. It's out at the point. There's Jewell. Sends it down low. There's Ketterer, or Holsworth, excuse me. Sends it in front for, not sure who that was. It might have been Holsworth. Not able to get a piece of it. Or excuse me, Ketterer. Now it's out to the point for Cable. I have my players all mixed up here. Again, I have to apologize. It's kind of hard to read the numbers on these Peoria jerseys on the sides of the arms, as they are all wearing some type of band in memory of Hageman's father. Either way, now play inside the Quad City zone. It's Jewell, cross ice for Holsworth. Tried to center that one in front for Ketterer and gets through the paint. And now Quad City's down a 5-on-4. There's a shot for the far side, and Peoria scores. So Peoria gets the 5-on-4 goal. I'm not sure who got the shot off. Either way, this is going to give Peoria a 2-1 lead on the power play with 18:06 left to play here in the second period. So let's see if we can't get that one updated for you. That will be a power play goal going to the Mustangs. I'm not sure who got the goal. As either way now, play is whistled down offside over the Quad City line.
Santo Galani, time of the goal 1:54 of the second period on power play goal. Again, Peoria, power play goal, scored by number 16, Holsworth.
So Holsworth is the Mustang who will be credited with the goal. That's his 13th of the season and second of the game. As he gets the assist from Galante. That gives Peoria the 2-1 lead. It's now play at center ice. It's Vassier who dumps it in on Hassel. Hassel plays that one behind net. There's Galante to pick up, sends it out to the far side for McGafey. He wasn't able to get a shot, or clear it rather, and it's Buzz who gets the shot off, and a blocker saved by the goaltender. Now it's the Mustangs looking to move back the other way, but it was Bell able to get a stick on it. And now the Mustangs played into the zone. There's McGafey. As now Bus is on it, sends it out to the far side to center ice for Vassier, and now they're able to get a stick on it as Ketch picks up. Sends it now down into his own line for Wanamaker. He leaves that one in front of net for Galante. Now down the near side, center ice is Hageman ahead for Ketch. Over the line, now in on net. Moves in, makes the move, shoots, and that one just wide of the paint as Bus loses his footing behind the net. And now he's on it in the far side, but it's Hageman who's able to come out with it, top of the far circle, still holding the line, almost lost his footing, and able to keep with the puck and send it down to the near corner, where Repka picks up for the Quad City, sends it out to the near side for Finney. Tried to get that one ahead for Vassier center ice, but it's picked off by the Mustangs, and now it's sent back into the zone where Repka picks up behind his own net. Skating down the far side, dodges one Mustangs member. Now pass along the near wall for Bell. Over and across the Peoria line, tries to center that one in front for Repka. That one's a little too high to handle. And now it's Repka holding behind the net as he gets tied up. Tried to get that one out in front for Clausen, not able to get a stick on it. And now this one bounces out to center ice and back into the Quad City zone where it's Perrins. Turns around, sends it ahead for Clausen. Now pass to Ozalapa. He winds up over the shot and a save by Hassel. Clearing attempt kept in by Clausen. His shot deflects up and over the boards, well, rather into the rafters. For those of you who have not been inside this Quad City building, the rafters are actually fairly low. It's actually pretty easy to chip the puck into the rafters, and that's what happened there. So we'll have a face-off inside the Peoria zone. This one top of the far circle. Taken for the Quad Cities will be Pierpont facing off against Stanton for the Mustangs. As face-off, a little bit of a delay here. As face-off is won by the Flames. There at the point is Perrin. Sends that one in front. It's tipped just wide. Clausen almost got a stick on it in front. Now Clausen sends it behind the net low for Pierpont. Tried to center it back with Clausen. Bounce it back behind the net. There's Ozalapa getting out to the near side for Pierpont. Now bounces back to Ozalapa. He tried to center. Bounces out to the point for Perrin. Sends it back down for Ozalapa. As he's holding there, excellent pressure here by the Flames, keeping the Peoria zone. It's kicked behind the net. There's Pierpont. Now Clausen joins in, tries to center, bounces it on the goaltender, and I think he might have got a piece of it and steered it back behind the net. Now it's Perrins, keeping it in along the far wall. It's Ozalapa behind the net, holding, trying to find, I believe that was Pierpont in front, but it gets sticked aside by the defender. Now it's tied up in the near corner. As Ozalapa doing battle for it, trying to knock it free, as well as Pierpont. And still tied up here inside the Peoria zone. Now it's finally chipped free. Out at the point, there's Babiuk to send it back in low. There's Pierpont able to get a stick on it. Sends it to the far side where McGafey tries to clear it around. Bounces off Ozalapa, stick back to Pierpont. Tried to get in front. Gets steered away. Now Clausen on the near side, send it back behind net for Ozalapa, who's holding there, pressured by Linhart. Tried to get it out front for Pierpont, and it's still behind the net. Now Pierpont down the near side, center in front for Clausen. 2 chances, and he scores! I think that might have been Clausen. I'm not sure who got a stick on it in front. So the Junior Flames are going to tie this one up at 2 with 15:15 left in the second period. What excellent pressure there by the Junior Flames inside the Peoria zone. They were holding the zone there for probably a good minute, if not more. So either way, they are rewarded for the excellent pressure inside the Peoria zone. I believe that was Clausen who got a couple of chops at it in front and put it past Hassel. That'll tie this one up at 2. We'll get that updated for you to get the official call. Either way, it's sent down the far side inside the Peoria zone, looking to move out for the Mustangs. There along the far wall, it's Galante skating over the Quad City line, fires a shot, and a pad saved by Case, and it's sent out to the far side where Ketterer plays it back though. Now after it for the Mustangs as Cable leaves that one behind net for Galati. He centers that one in front, gets sticked aside by Case. Out to the point for Jewell. Now he mishandles it, and it's Allison back the other way. A 2-on-1. It's Allison and Vassier. Allison takes the shot. That one just wide of the net. He went top corner on that one, sent it just over the crossbar, and now it's the Mustangs back the other way. There's Cable over the line, fires a big shot over the net. On the rebound is Bell in the far corner. Sends it out to the far wall. Vassier who ties up for it. Now gets chipped back down low. It's Bell, far corner, trying to chip it up once again to Vassier. This time he'll get it to him as Vassier sends it out to center ice. Allison gets a stick on it, chips it into the Peoria zone. Now Allison decides he needs a change. Out for him will be Finney as Peoria tries to get a headman pass out to Hageman, who lost the handle. Bell's back to pick up in the far corner. Tried to clear, but it's kept in. Now it's in on net. McGafey and a blocker save by Case, and now bounces out in the The Flames rather back the other way, a 3-on-2 if they hurry, but it's Finney who dumps it in. Hassel behind his net to play it, sends out to the far side. Finney not able to get a stick on it, bounces out to point for Streeter. He fires one and tipped into the goaltender and a save by Hassel. Now it's back out to the point for Streeter, fires another one. That one just through the paint. Now it's down at the point. There's Babiak trying to keep it in. He will. He sends it down low to the near corner. There, I'm not sure who that was. It was Babiak getting it center for Finney. His backhand chance wide. Now it's Streeter sending it back in front. Repka trying to get a stick on it. Not able to do it. Bounces out to the blue line where Babiak tried to play it in, but it was intercepted by Hageman, and he'll send it into the Quad City zone. And now Case out to play it for the Quad Cities. Tries to clear, but is kept in at the point by Galante. Now behind that, there's McGafey, leaves it for Katz. Katz centers in front for Hageman, gets hauled down. Bounces out to the point and a shot by Wanamaker and a save by the goaltender. And now we're going to have a scrum in front of the Quad City net as Hageman swinging at somebody. He punches one of the Junior Flames members in the back of the head. I believe I'm not sure who it is. I can't see. Either way, now the goaltender is hauling down Hageman. Hageman still throwing fists. And now the linesman finally able to separate this one. Is now Ozolapa and McGafey in front of the net. Now Galante joining in. Galante's taken off by Finney. Now Finney and Galante are going to get into it. It's Babiak grabbing Finney to separate him. And now in the near circle, it's Repka and Wanamaker wanting it to go again. And then Galante tries to get in front of them, but he's knocked off once again by Finney. And now finally the linesmen are going to get those separated, but it's Ozolapa and McGafey are still holding each other. Now they'll let go. Excuse me, that was Streeter, not Ozolapa. I apologize. Now let's get these ones sorted out as Wanamaker's headed off to the box for Peoria. Repka's headed off for the Quad Cities. As we've had sticks and gloves all over inside the Quad City zone. As it looks like a sporting goods store inside the Flames zone. As we're trying to get these all separated here, as Case has cleared his slot of sticks and gloves. So 13-12 left to play here in the second period. It's a 2-2 game between your Junior Flames and the Mustangs. As we try to get these penalties sorted out for you. But either way, to get you the official call on that last Quad City goal, it was Clausen coming from Pierpont. So again, Clausen red hot right now. He had that big game against St. Louis Sunday, getting 5 points in that one, 4 goals and 1 assist, and gets a goal here in the second period at 4:45 of the second. And of course, that one ties it up at 2. That's Clausen coming from Pierpont. An even strength goal at 4:45 of the second. So again, that was Clausen's 10th goal of the season in 6 games. So like I said, red hot right now. So either way, we're still getting these penalties sorted out here as Galante and Hansen joined at the referee circle trying to figure out what the deal is. As it looks like the crew in the score box is kept busy right now trying to other 2 games going on right now in the CSHL, along with your game here inside the Quad City Sports Center. Your Junior Flames taking on the Peoria Mustangs for their second meeting of the season. Of course, Peoria skated away in the first one with a 4-2 victory over the Junior Flames. That was here inside the Quad City Sports Center. But this weekend, we will have a home-and-home series with the Peoria Mustangs, obviously starting tonight, as I'm not sure what the deal is here, as we have guys skating in and out of both penalty boxes. And still trying to get these ones sorted out for you. And of course your pro Quad City Flames not playing today as they are off on this Friday night. So your junior Flames looking to get their second straight victory here tonight against the Mustangs in a 2-2 tie, but either way, all I can see now is that we do have a 5-minute major posted on the Quad City side. Now, I'm not sure who that's going to, and I'm assuming that one would be Michael Babiak. Now, Thomas Streeter gets a fighting penalty along with Wanamaker, and that's Wanamaker's second fighting penalty of the game, so he'll get the game ejection. And of course, all penalties at 6:48 now face off just outside the Quad City line is won by the Mustangs. It's sent back down to the line as Peoria now with a 5-minute power play. And remember, on these 5-minute major power plays like that, it doesn't matter how many times the Mustangs score, their power play will continue throughout the entire 5-minute length. As now play is whistled down as the puck jumped over the Peoria boards rather. And we'll have a face-off inside the Quad City zone. This one to the right of Case. It'll be Hansen to take it for the Quad Cities. Facing off against Galati. And Hansen wins this one to the far corner. There's Bus clearing up the wall where Hansen gets to it. Knocks it to the blue line, and now it's Hansen back the other way. Over the blue line, in on net. Wind up with a big shot, and that one just over the net. I'm not sure if Hansel actually got a piece of it, but either way, what a laser from Hansen. And now it's Allison who sends it in from the blue line. And an easy pad save by Hassel, and an excellent shift here by Hansen as he's all over the place. As Peoria now looking to break out. There's Holsworth over and across red. Drew neutralized, now over the Quad City line, leaves it there. Now sending back down low, I believe that was Ketterer. Now Ketterer. face off inside the Quad City zone, won by the Mustangs. As Jewell at the point fires a shot, deflects wide. There's Cable. Now down the near side, holding there, sends it behind the net there for a Fulter. Gets it out to the far corner. Gets tied up for it. Where's Repka? Now Bell, able to not get free. There along the far wall. It's not sure who that is. One of the Peoria Mustangs gets tied up for it as now Bell ties up. That was Holsworth who was originally tied up. And now Pern's able to not get free and sends it to length of the ice. Out to play will be Hassel in the near corner. A minute and 25 left on the Quad City penalty as now Hassel had trouble handling it, but still able to get it to the near side. Now his head man center ice is Galati. A 2-on-2 if they hurry. It's Galati, Holsworth in front. Galati down the far side, now cycling behind the net, holding down the near wall. Out to the point for Jewell, winds up, big shot, and a diving Bell, able to knock it wide. Now follow-up chance and a save by Case, and it's still loose. Now jumps over to the far side. So Bell's giving up his body again to block away a shot. And now Peoria loses the handle, and it will bounce out to center ice. There's Jewell down the near side, breaks over the line, shoots the big shot, and a save by Case. So 50 seconds left on the Quad City penalty, a minute and 14 left here in the second period. It's a 3-2 lead. The Mustangs are on top. As face-off will be to the left of Case. Take the draw for the Quad Cities as Hansen wins that one to the near corners. Trying to clear it around now. It's Allison, gets over the blue line, and now he's back the other way. Allison over the line, in on net, trying to get a shot off, but it gets hooked up by McGaffey, no call. And McGaffey able to knock it free. Now McGaffey down the near side, sending it along the far wall, no one there. Streeter picks up, sends it back into the Peoria zone. 30 seconds left on the Quad City penalty. It's Allison forechecking. Galante's behind the net, holding for the Mustangs. Now sends it along the near wall. There's Ketch, looking to move over his own blue line, makes his way through center ice, dodges Allison. Now over the Quad City line, drops it for Hageman, top of the near circle. Sends it out to the point for Galante. Now cross eyes for McGaffey as we have a whistle here. As now it appears that Galante is going to be headed off to the box for the Mustangs. I'm not sure what happened. It was away from the play. They were battling in front of the net, and Galante gets called for a penalty. So now this one is going to put us on a 4-on-4.
A 10-minute misconduct. Time of the penalty, 19:22 of the second period. That's Gallant for Peoria. A 10-minute misconduct at 19:22.
So Gallant gets a 10-minute misconduct. And, excuse me, now plays inside the Quad City zone. Is Bell after it behind his own net. 27 seconds left in the period as Quad City now at full strength. As Bus is out of the box, puck tied up in the far corner, but it's Pierpont looking to move out with it. And it's a 3-on-2 if they hurry. It's Pierpont, Clausen, and Bus. Pierpont making his way over the line, shoots, and a save by Hassel, and he's hanging on. As Clausen was there to quickly forecheck on that one. So 10.9 left here in the second period. We'll have a face-off deep. This one to the left of the Peoria goaltender, Hassel. Take it for the Mustangs will be Stanton facing off against Pierpont. As draw inside the Peoria zone is won by the Mustangs. There behind his own net. Looks to move it around as McGaffey. Skates it over the line, now sends it center ice. It's Stanton, a 2-on-1 if they hurry. 2 seconds left. Stanton with a big shot and a save by Case. And now it breaks over the line, but it's going to be waved off by the referee, as he says, as the period buzzer had sounded, Stanton got the original shot, and I believe it was followed up by maybe McGaffey. I'm not sure who it was. But either way, the goal is waved off as the referee says the horn had sounded, and that's going to leave us in a 3-2 game with the Mustangs. Peoria is on top after 2 periods of play. Now we're going to take a break here, and on the other side of this one, the Junior Flames Intermission Show here on SportsJuice.com. Repka, Finney, Bell, and Bus, and of course, Mike Babia. In this third period, your junior Flames will be skating from my left to right as Repco lines up to take the draw against Ketz. And Repco wins this one. It's Finney. Tried to clear it in, gets hooked up, and bounces back inside the Quad City zone. After it in his own zone is Bell. He'll send it down the near side. After it's Mike Babiuk, but it'll be Cable to get there first. And we'll have an icing call here with 19:46 left to play in the third period. His face-off will be to the right of Ben Case for the Quad Cities. To take the draw for the Quad Cities will once again be Repka. Facing off against Ketz. Let's see who wins this one. Now face off inside the Quad City zone is won by the Mustangs. It's Ketz holding up the near wall out to the point for McGahey. He sends a shot in, just deflected wide by Hageman. And now Hageman chops Repka's stick down, and we're going to have a Peoria Mustangs penalty. And now we're going to have a follow-up penalty here. And I'm not sure how Hageman is even arguing that one, because he just flat out took a big chop at Repka, knocked his stick down even, and he'll sit into the box for the next 2 minutes. As Repka will take the draw against Ketz once again just outside the Quad City blue line in front of the Quad City bench. And of course Quad City's on the power play here for the next 2 minutes over the Mustangs. So the Flames with a power play chance here to get that tying goal, and tied up against the Mustangs here as Repka takes a draw for the Quad Cities facing off against Ketz. Let's see who wins this one just outside the Quad City line. And a little bit of delay here as the linesman finally drops the puck and the Flames win this one. Repka plays it back into his own zone. There it's Streeter. Sends it down the far side wall. No one was there. And now Jewell gets a piece of it, sends it back inside the Quad City zone where Babiuk picks up, sends it cross size, but Ketz is going to pick it up before the Flames able to get to it. Send it back in his own zone as Jewell able to clear it once again. This one in on Case. Now he gloves that one down, sends it behind the net. There's Streeter. Now the Flames looking to get this power play unit back up by Streeter. Pass along the far side for Clausen. Had trouble handling it. Jewell able to get a stick on it and send it back down in on Case. Now behind the Clausen net, there's Babiuk. Sends it along the far side. It's Streeter. Streeter headman pass for Repka into the zone. Tips that one behind the net as Ozalapa after it in the near corner ties up for it. Ozalapa gets it out to the blue line. There's Streeter. He fires one, deflects off Ketz shin guard. And now Ketz still in possession of it, sends it up to the Quad City line for McGahey. He skates down to the far corner, now behind the net, tried to wrap it around, gets pushed off by Streeter. That almost centered in front for McGahey, and now it's picked off. The Quad City is looking to move the other way. There's Ozalapa and Clausen, a 2-on-2 if they hurry. Ozalapa down the far side, cycles there, loses it. It's kicked out to the point where Bell tries to send it in low, but it's picked off, and now Repka gets a piece of it, sent it to Clausen. And now Peoria able to send it just over the blue line as Bell tried to play it back in. That plays in offside. So 8 minutes and 16 seconds left here in the third period. 40 seconds left on the Quad City power play. Hanson will take the draw for the Quad Cities. He has Pierpont and Finney on his wings. Hanson wins this one, but Finney had trouble handling it as he got hooked down. And Peoria able to clear back inside the Quad City zone where Bell picks up behind his own net, now holding there. 29 seconds left on this Quad City power play. Bell carrying over his own blue line now through center ice. Sends it up to the far wall for Purins. Had trouble handling that one off the skate. Peoria able to send it back down the length as Galati gets there first in the near corner. Tries to center, no one there. And now it's picked up by Hanson along the far side. Quad City moves out. A 3-on-2 if they hurry. It's Hanson down the far side, now through the circle. Centers in front. Pierpont not able to get a stick on it. And Galati picks up the rebound on the near side, sends it out to center ice. There's Babiuk making his way over the line. Loses it. And ties up for it now along the near wall. It's Galati able to knock it free and sends it back inside the Quad City zone where Streeter picks up as Peoria is now full strength. As Streeter sends one up for Hanson, tips that one into the zone after it's Pierpont, but it's Pruitt who gets there first. Behind his own net, sends the pass out to the far side. Holsworth tips it out to center ice. There's picked up by Clausen. Makes a nice little nifty move there. Sends it up to Pierpont, not able to handle over the Peoria blue line, gets it knocked away. It's Cable in the far corner to pick it up, sends it down to the near side for Ketz. Now he sends it up headman, that one ahead of the mark. This one will not go for icing as it's waved off. Streeter back to pick up in the far corner, tries to chip it out, is kept in by Holsworth. Now Streeter rubs him off the puck, but it's Ketz to get there and knock it in. Now it's Ketz back at the blue line with it, trying to make his way to the front of the net, pushed off by Pierpont. Tried to center that one in front for Holsworth, makes it all the way through. Bounces back out to center. There's Ketz trying to kick it to the net. It gets pushed off, and now it's Ketz holding on the far side, centered. A shot, that went over the net. And I'm not sure who got the shot. I believe it was McGaffey. And now it's Quad Cities on the rebound and back the other way. It's Ozolapa over the Peoria line, making his way towards the net. Shoots, and a save. Rebound saved by Hassel. What a save by the Peoria goaltender. The Peoria goaltender showing his athletic ability there, makes a couple of saves, and boy, were they pretty ones at that. So 16:22 left here in the second period. It's a 3-2 Peoria game over the Junior Flames. As face-off will be to the left of Hassel. To take over the Quad Cities will be Repka, joined by Babiak, Finney, Perrins, and Bell. Facing off against Linhart, won by the Mustangs. They're able to get out to center ice now. A 2-on-1 for the Mustangs. It's Ellis and Wolski. Ellis trying to make his way to the front of the net. Gets it knocked away by Bell. It's sent back line the net. There's Ellis. On it in the far side. Sends it out to the point where McGaffey tips it back in. Now behind the net, there's Linhart. Tried to center. He gets rubbed off by Bell. As he sends it down the near side. Now it's picked up by Finney. Sends a headman for Babiak. But we're going to have a whistle here. I'm not sure what the deal is, as it was behind the play, and once again along the near side. You cannot see along the near wall, but it appears a player is down. I'm not sure who it is. Again, I apologize. Like I've said in previous games, it's almost impossible to see along the near wall down there. But it appears to be a Flames member who is on the ice. He looks pretty shaken up here as he makes his way to the bench. I didn't see the check. It was behind the play, but I believe it was Wolski who headed out to the box for Peoria. As now Repka sitting in his bench, it appears that the trainer is attending to him. Now we'll have a face-off just outside the Peoria line along the near wall, and take it for the Quad Cities with Hansen, joined by Vassir, Allison, Perrins, and Bell. And Hansen loses this one, but the Peoria Mustangs try to make a pass out to center ice, picked off by Bell. Sends it up to the line for Allison. He chips that one in. Hansen's after it, but Ketz gets there first. Sends it behind the net for Jewell. Jewell now cycles to the far corner, pass along the far wall. It is tipped out. I'm not sure who that was. Again, I apologize. The Peoria Mustangs tonight are wearing bands around their arms in memory of Alec Hageman's father dying, so it's hard to read the number on the arms, but either way, we have an icing call here inside the Quad City zone, so we'll have a face-off inside the Mustang zone. This one will be to the right of Hassel with 15:30 left to play here in the third period. It's a 3-2 Peoria game over your Junior Flames. Take the draw for the Quad Cities will once again be Hansen. As face-off is won by the Mustangs, is played behind the net, intercepted by Vassir. He tried to handle it out front, but it gets knocked away. Now it's Stanton, sends it out to center ice, ahead for Galati, trying to break past the line, gets pushed off the puck by Bell, and Bell with an excellent defensive play there to stay with the Mustang forward and keep him away from the play. Now it's Stanton, gets the backhand, sends it into the Quad City zone. There's Holsworth down the near side. He's got Galati breaking to the front. Tried to center, but it's sticked aside by Case. Along the near side, I believe that's Vassir trying to clear, but it's kept in at the point by McGaffey. And now Vassir knocks him over. And puck bounces back into the Peoria zone as I believe Allison sent it to length. There it's Pruitt back to touch up as icing was waved off. Sends it along the near wall. McGaffey now cross-eyed for Pruitt. Holding it in the far corner, sends it behind the net, off the hard around is McGaffey. Sends it up to his own line, it's Stanton. Now center ice is Galati, back to Stanton, over the Quad City line, makes his way down the near side, gets pushed off the puck by Bell, and a big hit by Streeter, knocks Stanton over. Puck is still tied up in the near side. Stanton back to his feet, sends it, tried to send it out to the point for Pruitt, but it gets picked off, and the Flames able to send it back out to center ice. There's Cable at his own blue line, now moving through neutralized headman pass for Stanton. In on net, but Case able to knock that one away in time. Knocks it out to center ice. There's Ozolapa on it, skating on the near side with speed. He gets rubbed off by Cable, but he's still with it. He's centered out front for Clausen. Turnaround shot, and a glove save by Hassel. What a save by the Peoria goaltender. That seems to be the case in this third period.
The Quad City Junior Flames would like to extend a special thanks to High V, an employee.
And what a beauty by the goaltender. A glove save, flashing in on that one. So now Pierpont will take the draw to the left of the goaltender. His face-off is won by the Mustangs as Jewell carries behind his own net, now looking down the far side. Sends it up for Wolski. Skating over his own line, gets pressured by Pierpont, forced to send to center ice for Linhart. He'll leave that one over the far side, now it's back to Linhart. Fires a shot, deflects off Schroeder's shin guard. As now on the rebound, it's Ozolapa moving back the other way. Ozolapa over the line, fires a shot, and a blocker save by Hassel. Out to the point there, it's Bell. Sends it back in deep. Clausen doing battle there with Cable, trying to knock it free. Pierpont joins in as Cable trying to tie it up, but it's kicked free. Bounces in front of the Peoria net. Now they look to move out. Over the red line is Wolski. Dumps that one in on Case. Deflects over the near side. Wolski gets there first. He'll send it behind the net, but no one's there. Bell gets to it in the far side. Holding there, sends it out to center ice. Ahead for Ozolapa. Not able to glove that one down. It's McGahey who picked it off over the Quad City line. Dodges a check there. Now makes his way to the front of the net. Gets pushed off behind. Now it's in the far corner. There it's McGahey. Sends it across. That's McGahey holding the net. Tried to center there. It's picked off as he tried to get it to Linhart in front of the net. And now it's Linhart controlling in the near corner. Makes his way to the top of the near circle. Now in the slot. Fires a shot. That one doesn't get through. And now it's Kavanaugh on the rebound. Clears it up the near wall. Gets it out to center ice where Dold was looking to get a handle on it. And now he picks it off the stick. He's over the line. Dumps it in the far wall. He gets rubbed off the puck. Takes some rough stuff from McGahey. As now is hit up to center ice. It's Fulter. He fires a big shot. That one wide of the net. On the rebound is tied up in the near side. Now sent behind the net there. I believe it's Ketz. Gets poked off. It's Perns back the other way. Now over his own blue line down the far side through center ice. He skates over the Peoria line. Now down the far wall. Holding there in the far corner. Makes his way around the net. Now we're going to have a delayed penalty here. An interference call going to the Junior Flames as I believe it's Ozolapa. And nope, it's going to be Dole. Dole's going to sit for the next 2 minutes for interference with 12:23 left to play in the third. And again, the Junior Flames trailing by 1 to the Mustangs.
Quad City penalty on number 24, Kevin Dole. A 2-minute minor for interference. Time of the penalty, 7:37 of the third period. That's Dole for Quad City.
So his face-off will be just outside the Peoria line along the far wall. And it's won by the Mustangs. Now it's Jewell back in his own zone. Holds there on the circle. Now sends it across ice. There it's Cable. Looking ahead down the far wall. Sends it out to center ice. There it's Ketterer. Skating down this near far wall. And actually that's Holsworth. Now he pushed off the puck. Gets out to the point for Jewell. Hansen trying to break out there. Sent back down low. But is Bell able to get a stick on it. And send it back to the Peoria blue line where Cable picks up, sends it near side for Jewell. Gets that one out to center ice, but no one was there. Bus picks up at his own blue line, sends it ahead for Hansen, but Allison was offside, and the Flames forced to retreat. Now it's the Mustangs looking to break back the other way. It's Stanton, far side pass for Galati. Over the Quad City line, now skating down the far wall. Breaks behind the net, still holding. Now down the near side, puts the brakes on, sends it out to the point for Jewell. Jewell holding out the blue line, fires one in front, and it's tipped just into the goaltender, but makes the pad save and kicks it over to the near wall. Now it's played out to the point for Cable. That one had trouble handling it as it jumped over his stick at the last second. Now it's back over the line as Holsworth tried to dangle it in front, gets it knocked away by Allison and pokes it back the other way. There's Hassel to play it for the Mustangs. Headman pass. And no one was there as Bus plays it at his own line, sends it back out to neutral ice. Where Babiuk's after it. 43 seconds left on the Quad City penalty. Now Babiuk center ice, sends it to Link. Back to pick up for the Mustangs with McGahey in the far corner. Now skating behind his own net, pressure by Finney, but gets it away from him. Now dodges a check by Babiuk, but Babiuk able to poke it away. He sends it behind the net after it's Finney, but Pruitt's going to get there first with 25 seconds left on the Quad City penalty. Now the Mustangs looking to break back the other way. There's Pruitt along the near side. Headman pass for Ketz. He'll skate over and across the Quad City line down the far wall. Holding there, puts on the brakes, now cycles, gets it out to the point for McGahey. He skates in, fires a shot, and a save by Case. As now Perns clears it around the boards, but this one will deflect up and over and out of play. So 10:30 left to play here in the third period. 7 seconds left on the Quad City penalty. Of course, the Mustangs on top by a score of 3-2. The Junior Flames desperately seeking that tying goal in the last frame.
Hotel and Conference Center is a proud supporter of Quad City Junior Flames hockey.
As face off to the left of the Quad City goaltenders. To give it to the Quad City will be Pierpont facing off against Linhart.
Hotel and Conference Center.
And now the linesman kicks Pierpont out of the circle. It'll be Clausen facing off against Linhart. As draw inside the Quad City zone is tied up in the circle. Now it's won by the Mustangs as Galante plays it back down low. After it's Linhart, but Bus is going to get there first. Now Quad City's full strength, and it's Ozalapa out of the box, in on the breakaway. In on net, shoots, and a save by Hassel. And now his own defender skates into Hassel and knocks the net off. So Ozalapa gets hit on the pass from the penalty box, in on the breakaway, but a save by Hassel. So a big chance there for the Junior Flames. It was Ozalapa at 10:15 left in the third period. And again, now teams at full strength as Ozalapa was out of the box on that one. As face-off will be to the left of Hassel. To take over the Quad Cities will be Pierpont, joined by Ozalapa, Clausen, Buss, and Bell. Pierpont to take the draw. His face-off inside the Peoria zone, won by the Flames. It's Ozalapa on a shot off the draw. Doesn't get through, deflect off a skate. Now it's Peoria back the other way, a 2-on-1. It's Zenner and Galati. Zenner in on net, shoots, and a save by Case. And now the whistle's blown down. We're going to have some rough stuff in front of net as Zenner gets hit. And either way, the line's been quick to separate this one. As Case looks like he may be a little shaken up, but appears to be okay. Now 10 minutes and 2 seconds left in this third period. It's a 3-2 Peoria lead over the Junior Flames. We'll have a face-off to the left of Case. This one to be taken by Pierpont. He'll face off against Holsworth. As face-off is one by the Mustangs. Out of the point there, it's Cable. He winds up with a big shot. That one just wide in the net. Now behind the net is one of the Mustangs members trying to center. It gets knocked away. As I believe that was Holsworth. But it's back the other way. Now sent back to the Quad City line where Bus picks up. Sends it center ice. No one there. That went in on the goaltender, so no icing. Steers it behind the net. Galland after it. But Cable gets there. Sends it down the near side. It was Bus not able to keep it in. Now the race is on. Bus after it will be icing if he gets to it, and he will. So now we'll have a face-off inside the Peoria zone, but now Bus with a shove on Holsworth after the whistle. As now face-off inside the Peoria zone. This one will be to the left of Hassel. Out for the Quad Cities is Pierpont, Ozalapa, Clausen, Perrins, and Bell. Again, this has kind of been the top line in this game. Pierpont to take the draw for the Quad Cities, wins that one. It's Ozalapa top of the near circle. Sends out to the point. Perrins with a big shot. That one doesn't get through. Deflects off Kess, and he looks like he's hurt after that one. Now Peoria at center ice controlling as McGahey sends it in. Now able to get a shot off. A blocker saved by Case. It's behind the net. Perrins kicks it over the near side. Now back behind the net as McGahey able to get a stick on it, trying to wrap it around, but a last second poke by Perrins knocks it to the far side. But once again, it's McGahey behind the net, loses his footing as it's tied up as Bell joins in. Bell and Perrins tying it up. As McGahey still trying to knock it free. Perrins tying him up as he gets it out, centered out front, and a save by Case. And now the rebound is cleared by Ozalapa out to center ice, but it's played back in by Pruitt. And Bell picks up behind his own net, sends a pass out to Ozalapa at the blue line. Now it's picked off, it's Repka over the line, but this one's going to be whistled offside. Well, the Junior Flames would like to thank the Quad City Sports Center for their support. The Sports Center has skating lessons, hockey leagues, public skating sessions, and much more. Visit the Sports Center online at qcsskate.com for more information. Now to take the draw for the Quad City to be Repka, joined by Babia, Finney, Buss, and Streeter. Repka taking a draw, wins this one. It's Buss. Buss plays it into the far side corner of the Peoria zone after it's Jewell. Picks up behind his own net, sends it out to the far side, dodges a check there. Repka trying to handle it, but loses it. Now it's Peoria back the other way. Headman for Ellis. That one deflects off a stick and a head. Into the Quad City zone, there's Buss. Hit a big hit there on Ellis. And now it's along the near wall. Quad City trying to clear, and they will. There's Repka. Over the line. Still with it. Now down the near side. In on net. Shoots, and a save by Hassel. Deflects behind the net. To pick it up is Babiuk. Holding it on the far corner. Near corner, rather. Tried to center, but it bounces out to the point for Bell. Or Bus, rather. He gets a shot off. That one over the net. Now in the far corner, it's Finney. Tried to cycle behind the net, but gets knocked off the play. Now it's Repka tying up in the near corner, but the Peoria Mustangs able to get a stick on out to the point. There's Streeter. Shot saved by Hassel. Rebound just wide of the net. Out centered in front once again by Babiuk, but that one gets poked off. It's Repka behind the net, still with it, holding in the far corner, tried to center for Bell, gets it poked away. Bell behind the net, holding there. Now Bell looking for Repka in front and whipped on the shot. Now it's Streeter at the blue line, winds up with a big shot. That one just wide. Now it's Bell on the far side. Excellent pressure here by the Flames. Centered for Repka, and a deflection into the net, and a save by Hassel. And now the net gets knocked off. And we'll have a face-off outside the Peoria zone. So 7 minutes and 28 seconds left in the third period. The Flames trailing by 1. And we've seen all kinds of strong pressure coming from the Junior Flames in this period. Out for the Quad Cities will be Hansen, Allison, Vassier, Perrins, and Bell. It'll be Hansen taking the draw. This one is won by Hansen. It's Bell. The neutral ice playing it back into the Peoria zone after it's Allison. Cable will get there first. Sends it around the far wall. Picked up there is Galati. He'll send it out to center ice where Bell has trouble handling it. Stanton now into the Quad City zone along the far wall. He dodges a check there, but Perrins able to kick it away from him. But it's kept in by Peoria and now sent back out by Bell. There's McGaffey picking up in the near corner, sends it behind the net, cross for Cable, sends it back line the net for McGaffey. He gets pushed off by Vassier. Now it's Hansen on the puck, centered in front for Allison. That one ahead of the stick. Now it's Allison along the far wall, chips it behind the net. There's a Hansen. He gets checked there. And puck bounces out in front of the Peoria net, but now the Mustangs looking to move back the other way. It's a head for Galati over the Quad City line. Dodges a check from Bell. Bell comes out with the puck. And behind the net now, sends it down the near side, intended for Hansen. This one will be ahead of the mark. Out at center ice, it's McGaffey playing it back up to the line, but it's intercepted by Vassier. Now headman pass for Hansen. He winds up with a big shot off the shin guard of Cable. Now he sends it out to the far wall. There's Galati clearing it out to center ice. That one on the stick of Bell, or Bus rather. Bus clears it back into the Peoria zone. And can't really do much on that one as Vassier was at the end of his shift and still sitting in the zone. As now the Mustangs looking to break back the other way. It's Cable sending out to center ice, picked off by Pierpont. Now back over the Peoria line. Gets it picked off by Ellis. And now it's Ellis in on net. Towards the net, but gets pushed off by Bus. Now checked in the far corner. There's McGaffey behind the net, gets it stolen away. Now Bus looking to move up. Headman pass for Clausen. Over to Cross, right down the far wall. Holding there. Looking at the top of the far circle. Sends it cross ice, Rosalapo. Big one-timer. That one just wide of the net. And boy, did he have plenty of net to shoot at. Now the Peoria Mustangs able to clear it back out to center ice as Bus sends it in. Now Bus off for a change. Out for him will be Bell. As Peoria behind their own net, there was Galani. He sends it down the near side. That pass too hot to handle for Ketz. And I believe that Streeter in his own zone handles it, sends it up for Clausen. Over the Peoria line, down the near side, makes his way to the front of the net. Still with it, now carrying down the near side behind the net. Now tries to get out to the far side half wall. It's Bell. He fires one in front. A one-timer by Ozolapa. He shoots, he scores! Eric Ozolapa gets the goal. And the Junior Flames are going to tie this one at 3. So Eric Ozolapa is going to get the goal here. The Junior Flames able to tie it at 3. So Ozolapa getting the goal. We'll have to get the assist on it. It was Bell who sent it in from the blue line, but I'm not sure if it deflected off anyone. But man, did Ozolapa wind up on a one-timer, and it looked like a beauty from up here. He really got a piece of it and puts it past the goaltender. So Ozolapa gets his 9th goal of the season and ties this one up at 3. So Ozolapa getting the goal for the Quad Cities. So Bell gets the assist, and Clausen gets the secondary assist. Again, that was an even strength goal from Bell and Clausen. So at 14:41 of the third period. Now face off at center ice. It's Perrins over the line, dumps it in. It's Finney after it. Over in the near corner, Jewell gets there first, backhands along the wall to pick up for the to pick up for the Mustangs. It's Zenner, former Junior Flames forward. He dumps it in on the backhand. Out to play it's Case. Saves it behind his own net. There's Streeter. Now it's centered out front by one of the Mustangs members, but it's no one is there. And Galante trying to keep it in at the blue line, but it bounces out to center ice. There's Cable. Headman pass. Now sent along the near far side. Rather, it's Galante. He's down the far wall, tries to make his way to the front of the net, gets pushed off by Streeter. Still with it, tries to get it out front, and saved by Case. Now jumps over to the far side. Galati ties up Streeter. Holsworth joins in, trying to kick it free. As it's kicked out in front of the net, but it's picked off, and now it's Repka back the other way with speed. And he takes a big hack from Galati, no call. Top of the circle, backhand chance by Vassir gets knocked away. Now it's loose along the near side to get to it's Allison. Chips it into the near corner. Galani gets there first. He gets tied up by Vassir and taken down. Now Vassir behind the net. Still with it. Over to Allison. But Peoria able to chip it away. And Peoria looking to move back the other way. A headman pass for Stanton. That one ahead of the mark. It bounces back into the Club City zone. There's Bell. Gets a piece of it. Sends it up to the line. Where Cable handles, now cycles back into his own zone, sends it far side from McGaffey. He'll send it out, and it's intercepted by Allison, holding in the far side. He's got Vassir in front, center for Hansen. That doesn't get a shot off, bounces up to the point for Bell. He sends a shot off, deflects off Hageman string guard. Bell still with it in the near corner, cycles back, still with it. Now gets it stolen away by Hageman, who carries behind his net, sends along the far side. Bus not able to keep it in. Now Allison's after it, as icing is waved off. Allison picks up in the far corner, now carries behind his own net. The Flames looking to break out. Headman pass for Hansen, tried to tip it in, didn't get much on it. Now it's McGaffey up for Ketz. Ketz center ice, now back to McGaffey. Had trouble handling that one, and it's picked off by the Flames. Now pushed back the other way. Ozalapa tried to get a piece of it, not able to do it. Sent back to the Quad City line, there's Hageman. Over the blue line, in towards net. Hageman fires a shot, saved by Case. Now it's loose on the near side. On it is Peoria, holding there, trying to get it out to the point, almost picked off by Ozalapa. Now it's Ketz, sends it down to the near side for Pruitt, holding there, sends it behind the net. After it's Hageman, Streeter's going to get there first, sends it out to the far point, intercepted by Clausen, who just backhands it out to center ice. Now Peoria plays it back into Quad City territory. On it in the near corner, Streeter sends a pass out, tried to get over the blue line, but it's intercepted by Ketz. Now he's holding on the far wall, sends it down low, it's Ellis, holding it in the far corner. He's got a couple of members in front. He tried to center, but it was tipped wide by Streeter. And now the Flames get it back out to center ice. There it's along the near side, poked up into the Peoria zone. It was Pierpont. Clausen's after it. He ties up with McGaffey. Clausen trying to kick it free. Now Pierpont joins in trying to knock it away. And the puck is loose, but they don't know it. After it's Ozalapa, and he sends it behind the net. There's Clausen trying to make his way to the front, gets pushed off. And now it's Ozalapa getting it in the near corner over the Pierpont far side. Out to the point, there's Perrins. He sends one in front and a save by Hassel. Now it's loose in front, but Peoria able to get a stick on the rebound and push it back out to center ice where it's Ellis. Ellis trying to dodge a check from Perrins, loses a puck, and now Bus gets a stick on it. And now he tried to clear, but it's kept in by a Fulter. He centers around, tried to wrap it around, doesn't get much on it, bounces out to the point. There's Gallant, who was a shot, a save by Case. Behind the net there, I believe that's a Fulter. As he's tied up by Pern, now Fulter able to knock it free. Holding down the near side, gets it out to the point for Gallant. He winds up with a big shot. That one about 3 feet wide of the net. On the hard around is Clausen. He centers it, and it's off the skate of Linhart. Now back to the Peoria line as they push up. This will go for icing, as it was ahead of the mark. Bus back to touch up with 1 minute even to play in the third period. It's a 3-3 game here inside the Quad City Sports Center. This face-off will be to the right of the goaltender, but it also gives me the chance to tell you the Junior Flames would like to extend a special thanks to Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee, an employee-owned business that proudly supports Junior Flames hockey. And also the Lodge and Hotel and Conference Center is a proud supporter of the Quad City Junior Flames. Visit the Lodge for your hotel and convention needs in Bettendorf. And the Junior Flames would like to thank team chiropractor Dr. Lincoln as well. Needs to be adjusted. Visit Dr. Lincoln. He's got your back. Odds face off to the right of the Peoria goaltender, run by Repka, and sent out to the point for Bell. Holding out the blue line, sends one in front, tipped just wide by Repka. On it behind the net's Vassir, trying to get it out front, knocked over to the far side where Finney's on it. Top of the far circle, tries to fire a shot. That one deflects up and over. It's behind the net where it's Babiuk, leaves it for Repka. Repka not able to get to it. It's Holsworth. Tries to send it out, but it's kept in by Streeter. He sends it down low, but it's intercepted by Stanton. sent back to the Quad City zone after it's Bell and Galati. Bell gets a stick on it, sends it up to the near wall where Repka gets a piece of it, sends it far side for Streeter in his own zone. Streeter head man for Repka, off the skate up to Babiuk. Babiuk able to get a stick on it, dumps it in to the Peoria zone. 25 seconds left in the period. Behind the net is Ozalapa. Centered in front for Repka, but it's knocked away by the Peoria defense, and now it's Galati through center ice back the other way as he plays it over the line. It's Bell after it, tying up with Galati. Bell able to get a stick on it with 13 seconds left, sends it back into the Peoria zone. On its cable, sends the pass along the far side from McGafey. He winds up, fakes that one, now does dump it into the Quad City zone. 4 seconds left. Behind the net there, it's Streeter. He gets a piece of it, ties it up, and that's how this third period will end. We're locked in a 3-3 game with the Peoria Mustangs, and we're going to see some overtime action here up next. You've been listening to Junior Flames Hockey here on SportsJuice.com. In their own home building, out for the Quad Cities will be Pierpont, Clausen, Ozalapa, and Bell. Out for the Mustangs will be Hageman, McGafey, Ketz, and I'm not sure who the other member is. It's Cable. Now players lining up at center ice for the draw as Pierpont will face off against Ketz. A little bit of a delay here as the referee is having some words with Hageman. And now about to get this one underway. Pierpont face off against Ketz. Ketz wins this one, plays it back to his own zone. There's Cable now making his way through center ice over the Quad City line in towards the net, but it's whistled offside as I believe that was Hageman who was over the line a little too early. So now once again, Pierpont will face off against Ketz. As face off. A little bit of a delay here as the linesman having some words. Now this face-off is won by the Mustangs, but it's tied up along the far wall at center ice. But I believe that was Hageman who was able to get a stick on it and send it into the Quad City zone. Now it's picked off, sent up by Bell. Holding over the line, sends that one in front for Pierpont just ahead of the mark. It's Ozalapa near corner. Sends that one in front for Ozalapa, gets picked off by Hageman. Now he tries to send it out, but he's taken down by Pierpont. Now it's tied up. It's kept in at the blue line by Ozalapa, but the linesman is going to say that it was not kept in. It's going to be an offside call with 4:27 left in this overtime frame. Now the Quad City Visitors and Convention Bureau assists over 1 million Quad City area visitors a year. Book your group or activity with the Quad City Convention and Visitors Bureau today. Now face off just out the Peoria lines, one by the Flames. Centered in front for Repka, a shot and a glove save by Hossel. And excuse me, that wasn't Repka, that was Clausen with the shot. And what a glove save by Hossel. He's had a couple of beauties here tonight. As face off with you to the right of Hossel. The ticket for the Quad Cities is Pierpont. He wins this one back to the blue line as Ozalapa winds up. That one deflects wide off the stick. Along the far wall is Clausen, able to come out with it. Sends it back down low for Pierpont. Jewell ties up with him, knocks him off the play. Now they're tied up behind the net. Pierpont tied up with Jewell as Holsworth joins in, knocks it free, sends out to the far wall, but it's kept in by Ozalapa, sends it down low for Pierpont, making his way towards the net, tried to center for Clausen. That one a little too hot to handle, but Clausen's on it in the near corner. He gets pushed down by Galante. Ozalapa picks up the loose puck, tried to center, gets it sticked away. Holsworth on it, tried to backhand it out to the blue line, it's kept in by Ozalapa, bounces to the front of the net. Ozalapa not able to get a stick on it as he gets tied up with Galante, no call, and now Bell along the far wall ties up with Galati at neutral ice. As now kicked free by Galati. It's Jewell at his own blue line, just sends that one ahead inside the Quad City zone. This will be icing. His back to touch up is Babiuk. And we'll have a face-off inside the Peoria zone with 3 minutes and 27 seconds left in this overtime frame. So in that third period, it was Ozalapa getting the tying goal for the Quad Cities, his 9th of the season, coming from Bell and Clausen. And that's put us where we're at here inside this overtime period. Out for the Quad Cities will be Repka, Finney, Babiuk, and Turin. Repka taking the draw for the Quad Cities. And he loses this one to the Mustangs. As it's played in the far corner by Cable. Sends it to the near side. There's McGafey. Now cycles find his own net. Now looks to move out. Sends a pass up to the near side for McGafey. He tips that one over the line. This will go for icing as Kearns is back to touch up. So now we'll have another face-off here inside the Peoria zone with 3 minutes and 11 seconds left in the overtime period. This face-off will be to the left of Hassel. And it'll be Repka, Finney, and Babiak Curran staying out for the Quad Cities. As Repka takes it off for the Quad Cities, facing off against Ketz. This one is won by the Flames, but a shot off from the blue lines, intercepted by Ketz, and now he's taken down in center ice by Babiak. Babiak still with it. He's able to come out with it. Headman pass for Finney. That one out of the mark, but Repka's going to get to it over the Peoria line. Fires a shot and deflects off Cable up and over the net. Now it's loose along the far wall. Dropped down low, and now out to the point there's Babiak. Holding out the blue line, sends it back down low behind the net. As Cable gets there first, challenged by Repka, sends it down to the far side. There's Hagaman, and now a 3-on-2 with the Mustang Hers as Hagaman trying to make his way to the front, gets taken off, and now Perrin sends it out to center ice. This will go the length, and this time it'll be a Quad City icing as Ketz is back to touch up with 2 minutes and 29 seconds left in the overtime period. So out for the Quad Cities will be Hansen, Bell, Vasseur, and Allison. Hansen will face off against Holsworth. Face off to the left of Case. And this draw is won by the Flames. In the far corner there, it's Allison. Now skating around the net, gets hooked up, no call. Allison still carrying, now down the near side, out to center ice. Skates over the Peoria line, gets it down low, trying to get it in front, gets picked off by Jewell. He'll send it down to the near side on the backhand to pick up for the Mustangs is Gallant. He'll send it out to center ice. There's Galati. He's got Holdsworth, drops it for Gallant. A shot and a save by Case. Out at the blue line now, Jewell with another shot and a save by Case. Jewell with a shot from the blue line and a big save by Ben Case. So I'll have another face-off here inside the Quad City zone with 2 minutes and 4 seconds left in this overtime frame. This face-off will be to the left of Case. Taking for the Quad Cities will be Pierpont, joined by Clausen, Ozalapa, and Bell. Pierpont will face off against Ketz, who is joined by Hagaman, Cable. Now face-off is won by the Flames. It's Bell, carries behind his own net, holds there, challenged by Hagaman, cycles away from him. Now sends a pass along the far side wall for Ozalapa, whips on a pass, but still able to get up to the far side wall for Pierpont. He's holding at the red line, send it back down to his own blue line as Bell. Sends it up for Clausen over the Peoria line down the near side. 1 minute and 45 left in this OT period. It's Clausen behind the net, still tied up, well, still with it rather. He's trying to get tied up. Now Pierre cycles to the top of the circle, drops it for Pierpont. He's challenged there in the far corner. Pierpont still with it as he's now tied up by McGafey and Ketz. Ketz able to knock it free, and now Ketz over his own zone. Headman pass for Hagaman. He's over the line in on net. Bell trying to knock it away from him. He gets a shot off and a save by Case. And we'll have a face-off to the left of the Quad City goaltender. Out for the Quad Cities, it will remain Pierpont, Clausen, and Ozalapa, but Babiak is going to come off for Bell. And now Ozalapa decides he's going to get a change. Out for him is Repka. His face-off to the left of the Quad City netminder, won by the Mustangs. Out at the blue line, there's Cable. Sends it back down low on behind the net. Babiak gets there first, tries to clear it around the wall, but it deflects over the boards and out of play. So 1 minute and 8 left in this overtime period here inside the Quad City Sports Center. As Repka will take the draw for the Quad City, facing off against McGafey. This face-off just outside the Quad City line along the near wall. Face-off is won by the Mustangs. It's McGafey over the blue line, sends that one in front, and is the other McGafey who has trouble handling it. Bounces over the far corner, now centering attempt at McGafey, gets the shot just wide. House loose along the near side, it's McGafey on it, tries to send it out to the point, and it's intercepted, and now able to get it out. It's a 2-on-0 for the Quad City, and it's Pierpont and Clausen. In on net, Pierpont, Clausen back to Pierpont, he shoots just wide of the net! And now it's tied up on the near side, it's Clausen. A 2-on-0 for the Quad Cities, a beautiful play, but Pierpont shot it just wide. Now center ice is Babiuk up to the blue line for Clausen. He dodges a check, sends it over to the far wall for Pierpont. 24 seconds left. Tries to get it out to the blue line, and now it's intercepted. Now it's a 2-on-1 for the Mustangs back the other way. It's Linhart and McGaffey. Linhart with a shot. Case with a save, and now Case with a follow-up save. And it's going to remain a 3-3 game. Case gets a couple of saves. I don't even think the goaltender knew where it was at. So 10.8 seconds left here in the overtime frame in a 3-3 game. And we've seen action up and down the ice. It was Ben Case coming up a couple of times there for the Flames. Face off to the right of the Quad City goaltender. Is tied up now, sent over to the near side. Near corner there, it's Allison. Sends it out. This one makes it to neutral ice. Jewell handles it, sends it to the far side where Gallant picks up and dodges Hansen. And that's how this overtime frame is going to end. Now we'll settle this one in a shootout. So the shootout up next. This shootout underway. To shoot first will be the Mustangs.
Shooting first for Peoria.
It will be Hegeman shooting first for the Mustangs. He'll face Ben Case in net for the Quad Cities. As we couldn't finish things in regulation, we couldn't finish them in an OT period, so we're going to do it here in a shootout. Shooting first for the Peoria Mustangs is Hegeman, as now he skates up to center ice, collects the puck, makes his way down the slot, in on Case, holds there, fake, shoots, scores. So Hegeman gets the first goal of the shootout. So shooting first for the Quad Cities will be number 3, Keegan Kavanaugh. He'll face Hossel in net for the Mustangs. Again, Peoria with the 1-0 lead here in the first round of the shootout. As Kavanaugh now collects at center ice. Skates to the slot, makes his way top of the far circle, in on net. Deke shoots, and a pad save by Hossel. Keegan went to the backhand, tried to sneak it under the pad, but Hossel gets the leg out and makes the save. Now shooting second for the Mustangs will be Holdsworth. As Holdsworth now ready to go, collects at center ice. Skates over the Quad City line, looking at Case, moves in on net, fakes, goes to the backhand, shoots, and scores. So, second round here will be Repka shooting for the Quad Cities. They are down 2-0 in the second round of the shootout. Repka picks up at center ice with speed. In on net, looking at Hossel, fakes, shoots, and a save by Hossel. Repka went to the forehand, tried to sneak it 5-hole. Hossel makes the save. So top of the third round, shooting for the Mustangs is Ketz, and probably one of the best puck handlers on the Mustangs team. Picks up at center ice, in on net, Deeks, shoots, and off the post. Ketz made probably a good 6 or 7 dekes there, in on net, goes to the backhand and hits the post. Shooting third for the Quad Cities will be Keith Clausen as he starts at his own blue line, collects in the center circle, now over the Peoria blue line. In on net, fakes, goes to the backhand, and a pad save by Hossel, and that's how this game will end. Oh, excuse me, I apologize. We're going to have one more round. I thought Peoria's up 3-0. So Galati will shoot fourth rather for the Mustangs. In on that, shoots, and a save by Case. So now it's a must score for the Flames. Ozalapa getting the fans rallied in this one. Ozalapa facing Case, Hossel. Ozalapa with speed, picks up over the line. In on that fake, shoots, scores! Eric Ozalapa takes it upstairs and beats Hossel. So now this is a must-save situation here. Shooting last will be Stanton as he picks up at center ice. In on net, Case, Deeks to the backhand, and Case pokes it away. Now this is a must score. Shooting last for the Junior Flames will be number 14, Babiak. This is a must score for the Junior Flames. As Babiak now collects at center ice. And over the Peoria line down the far side. Top of the circle, moves in on net, holding, shoots, and a glove in by Hossel. So that's how this one's going to end. Peoria getting the victory in a shootout, 4-3 over the Junior Flames. But the Flames made it interesting and took it to the end in the very last round of the shootout. And it was a big chance for Babiak. He moved in on net, deked a few times, made his way to the near side, tried to put it upstairs, but a diving Hossel makes a snag with the glove, and that's how this one's going to end. Now we're going to take a break here, and on the other side of this one, we'll wrap up tonight's game against the Peoria Mustangs on the Junior Flame post-game show here on SportsJuice.com.